Hi, and welcome to this Cambridge Secondary video. I'm Delia, and in this video, we're looking in detail at setting up tasks in your English class. This includes techniques like giving instructions, eliciting, and giving feedback that are vital for running a successful class. No matter how long you've been teaching, it's always great to have a refresher, so keep watching for some top tips. Step 1. Giving instructions. Giving clear instructions helps avoid any misunderstandings which can delay or disrupt your class. So, it often helps to plan your instructions before you go into the classroom and actually write them on your lesson plan. Make sure you use language that is at the level of your class and be direct. Speak more slowly than you would usually and pause to allow students to process what you're saying. If the task is complicated, write key steps on the board, use visual aids, or model the task with a student. Explain the task before you give out materials or ask them to open their books, so that they can concentrate on your instructions. Step 2. Checking understanding. Just saying, "Do you understand?" won't help, as students are often too embarrassed to say if they don't. Instead, ask checking questions like, "What do you do after?" or "How many questions are you going to answer?" If, after students begin the task, you realise they have misunderstood, don't be afraid to stop the whole class, re-instruct or demonstrate, and start again. Step 3. Monitoring. Once the task is started, monitor students to check they're on task. There are various different ways of doing this. First, look around. Does anyone look confused or distracted? Then slowly walk around the class. If you find that a couple of students have misunderstood, re-explain to them individually. If lots of the students are confused, stop everyone and start again. Depending on the task and the students, you may prefer to monitor discreetly, standing out of the student's line of sight and listening, or to sit down with them and participate as a member of the group or as a prompter. While you're monitoring, you can write down any common mistakes you hear or see for feedback at the end of the task. Step 4. Error correcting and giving feedback. There are lots of different types of feedback, from checking answers to an exercise to reporting on a student's performance over a term or a year. And there are lots of different methods for giving that feedback. To check a written exercise, teachers often go one by one through each question. For example, "What's number 1? Yes. What's number 2? Correct." This can be very slow. The teacher is doing most of the work. Students might miss an answer, and often there's no explanation for why answers are correct or incorrect. So why not try some different ideas? Idea number 1. Get students to check their answers with the person sitting next to them before putting up an answer key. Idea number 2. Check answers in a mixed-up order so everyone pays more attention. Idea number 3. Do it as a competition in teams for points. Idea number 4. Write the answers around the room. Get students to move around to check them. This is great for livening up a tired class. Idea number 5. Ask fast finishers to write their answers up on the board. These are just a few ideas to liven up feedback, and some of them also give the students time to think about why a particular answer is right or wrong, and gives the teacher the opportunity to deal with any errors. For example, if students are comparing with each other and they have different answers, they're encouraged to talk about which one is correct. In some cases, error correction can be less important for spoken work than written work. Teachers need to use their judgment to decide when, where, and how to correct without damaging students' confidence. Think about the aim of the speaking activity. Is it accuracy or fluency? For a class discussion, fluency is the goal. But for a rehearsed role play, accuracy is usually more important. For less immediate error correction, it's a good idea to note down any common or significant errors while you're monitoring, so that you can address them as a whole class at the end of the activity. Don't forget to record any good use of language you hear as well. That's all from me. Lots of these ideas came from Jim Scrivener's classroom management techniques. So check it out for more great ideas. Don't forget to watch our other Cambridge Secondary videos on the Cambridge ELT YouTube channel.